have seen the SQL and NoSQL, correct? So in meanwhile, you can upload this document and you can work on it. Okay, just here is the zero. Yesterday we have seen the SQL and NoSQL databases, and there is another name for this. You know, what's the other name for the SQL and NoSQL? Relational database and non-relational database. Okay. So in terms, if you want to see that, or if you want to tell that in terms of AWS people, data science people or ML people, how can I see this SQL and NoSQL database? What is the name in their terms? Cloud computing. What is the name of a SQL and NoSQL database in terms of AIDS and AIML people? What do they call it? Normal people call it as virtual machines. AWS people call it as instance. Okay. Google people call it as compute engine. Okay. For a virtual machine, we are having multiple names, right? So similarly, how do SQL and NoSQL people? Sorry, SQL and NoSQL database is called by AIDS people. How do they call it? You must have heard this. Okay. So I'll tell the name for SQL and you tell the name for NoSQL. Okay. So it is called OLAP for NoSQL. What is the name for SQL? OLAP for NoSQL. AIDS guys. What is the name for SQL? OLAP. Okay, the expansion of OLAP is online analytical processing database. Online analytical processing database. And this is we call as NoSQL database. Okay. So NoSQL database. What is the name for SQL database? SQL relational database. What do we call it? Okay. So the name was derived from NoSQL databases. They are mainly used for the analytics. Okay. So that is why they are getting this name as OLAP. So what is SQL databases are used for? Mostly what is SQL database are used for? SQL relational database, they are used for what? Right? What is the uses of SQL database? Transactions, right? Transactions or mark entries. For this, we have the not mark entry, okay? Mark entry. Okay. Then that is called online transaction processing, OLTP. Online transaction processing, OLTP, and NoSQL it is called online analytical processing. Okay. Okay, guys, what is CRUD operation? What is CRUD operation? Create, update, read, delete. Okay. So we can make queries in SQL using SQL queries. Okay. I mean, in relational database, you can make a query using SQL queries. In non-relational database, you can make a query using this CRUD operation. Okay, using this CRUD operation. So the non-relational databases, they are mainly revolving around this analytics. So why am I saying this? Suppose take this as an example. Okay, take this as an example. So after 2 years, imagine yourself as a VP for Amazon. Okay, VP for Amazon, and Jeff Bezos is asking you, give me an analytics for the sales of what is it called? Any product? Dumbbells. Okay. Give me the sales of 5 kilogram dumbbells. So what will you do? Since Amazon is a money flowing company, they will maintain a SQL based database only. That is a transaction database. And Amazon is having many regions, correct? Many regions. So Amazon India is there, Amazon US is there, Amazon Australia is there. So there are many databases available, and they have to make get data from all the databases, and you have to make a Excel sheet on top of it. Okay. So how we can do this? How can we do this? Okay, so with this example, if I tell, then the entire analytics is completed. Okay, for you. The syllabus is completed for you. But that analytics will be a 10,000 feet overview only. But you have to get into the ground reality. Also, you have to get into the depth knowledge of the analytics also. If you want to get a job in data analytics. But this is only a 10,000 feet overview. Okay. So how can we get a data? How can we get a queries from? Okay. So how was the lunch, man? How was the lunch? Nice. I can see many happy faces. Okay. Most of them are feeling sleepy. Not good. Okay. I personally like the sweet the rose. Very nice. It's only, no? Not that sweet is there. Oh. Okay, so who is this Varun? Who is Shankar Narayanan? Shankar Narayanan is here. Batch one. Hey, once again, who is that guy? Hey, what you need, man? Just upload that assignment. No, that's it. Again, the same guy. Okay, so how can we make this actually? How can we make this actually? So we have to get what is the sales report for the dumbbells, 5 kilogram dumbbells. So how to make this? The currency, it is different for all the regions, correct? The currency is different for all the regions. You have to change the currencies, and we have to make that into a single format, and we have to convert it as an average of. So similarly, here it is 5 kilogram, and in America they might be use LBS. Okay, the metrics also might change. Correct? Correct or not? So we have to make these changes, and we have to make it as a restored version, and then we have to get the analytics from that. Okay, so how do we do this actually? How do we do this? Any idea? How do we do this? How do we do this? So we can. So what we can do is we can just get a data from all the database. Okay? We can just get a data from all the database, and we can load it into one single database. Okay, one single database. But before loading it, we have to make the necessary changes or the necessary transformation. Okay, we have to make necessary changes or the necessary transformations, and then we have to upload it into the new database. And from new the database, we can make it as a query. Okay, so this is a one line I can give, but for this one line, okay, Okay, we are having a multiple databases here. All right, and we can load the data into a one single database. Okay, so once after doing this, we can make a query on this database and we can get the details. Correct or not? Yes or no? Okay, even it might be feel bored for someone. Okay, but the AIML and AIDSS, you have to watch this out. Okay, so the entire process, right? The entire process, they call it as ELT. Okay, extract, load, and then transform. Okay, ELT, extract, load, and transform. This was happening in, they will be loading into a database, and then after that they will go transform it. So this was the scenario before 2015, 14 and all. Okay, so after that, they have changed ELT to an ETL. Okay, they will extract the data and they will transform it on the fly. Okay, they will transform it on the fly and they'll just upload the data to the database. Okay, so from there, they will make a query. Okay, from there, they will make a query. So, any doubts here? So, we go to the next one. Next slide. Okay, so extracting, transforming it on the fly, and we are loading. Okay, so since this is the data from the database, okay, this is the data from the database. This we have to carefully handle this database. Carefully handle this data since the data is from database. So what they are doing is they are maintaining a data pipeline for this. Okay, they are maintaining a data pipeline for this. So on the one end, the databases will be there. On the other end, the whole of databases will be there. Okay, so there is no phishing attack or no hacker attack in between. Okay, for all this transformation of data. We call it as data pipeline. AWS data pipeline. Okay, so this is a scenario. This is a scenario until 2015, correct? So after that, what happened is this AIML people they came. Okay, so what they are doing, they are having multiple sensors on all the devices. Even cars, even the light is having a sensor, even the flights are having sensor. Each and everything they are having a sensor. So we have to get the data from the sensors also. Correct? We have to get the data from the sensors also. And we have to collect the data from the logs. We have to collect the data from the search engine, Facebook, click data, clickstream data, and the YouTube viewer data, then the mobile phone data. Correct? So all these data, okay, we call it as 3 V's of data. 3 V's of data. First V goes to variety of data. Okay. Second V goes to volume. The third V goes to velocity of the data. Okay. Volume, variety, and velocity of the data. Right? This is a 3 V's of data. So we are getting all this data. Say for an example, if Dhoni is batting, okay, if Dhoni is batting, the airspeed will be calculated from the one sensor. Okay, his batting speed will be calculated by one sensor. Then the stump is touched or not, that will be calculated by a sensor. So everything is a sensor. They have to collect all these details. Okay. So to give us for the third who is he? Third affair. For the third affair, for the data, these data sometimes have to be collected and on the fly it has to be transformed and given to him. Correct? So then only he can make a good decision. So similarly, there's an extract transforming involved, right? So what are all the tools involved here? Okay. So these much tools they are involved here. So I request everyone to take a paper and take a note of this. Okay. Either you can take in Google Docs, that is your own wish, but I want to take your notes. Okay. So there are this much data is there. Okay. This much data is there. We want this data into the system, into the cloud. So for that, we need something called data ingestion tools. Okay. We need something called as data ingestion tools, and these are all the third-party tools. These are all the third-party tools. On the next slide, we will discuss about the AWS. Okay. Take a notes, don't take a photo. Take a note. That is fine. Okay. This is my company's details, don't take a photo. So this is a data ingestion tool. Okay. For the data ingestion, we are using Kafka. Okay. For the data ingestion, the third-party tool, main tool is Kafka. Amazon Kafka. Apache Kafka. Okay. Apache Kafka. and then we have flu. Okay, and then we have flu. Okay, Kafka, flu, and flu. So these are the data ingestion tools. Okay, so these are the data ingestion tools. These tools will get the data and it will transform it to the AWS system or the AWS system. Okay, data ingestion tools. So after this, there are huge data, correct? These are the huge data, and no machine can process it. Suppose no machine can process. If they are able to process also, that will be the huge machine, and that will be a single point of contact. Correct? If that machine fails, your entire architecture fails. So we will not use them, and we will use multiple smaller machines for this. Okay, multiple smaller machines for this, and the data, the bigger data, it is divided into smaller chunks of data. Okay, for each machine they will get small data. Okay, so the data which is being divided and processed and it is coming back as a process data, correct? So this entire process they are calling it as Hadoop. Okay, the entire process is called as Hadoop. Have you heard of Hadoop? Okay, Hadoop distributed file system, HDF. Okay, they are calling it as Hadoop. Technical format now. Okay, this is called Hadoop. Okay, so the process which is coming from the top to bottom. Okay, the bigger data is converted into smaller data, and all these smaller data will be transformed into some big data. Correct? All this processing, it has been done by processing framework. Okay, all this data has been done by the processing framework. So for Hadoop, they are having the same processing framework called MapReduce. Okay, so for Hadoop, they are having the same processing framework called MapReduce. Okay. So after that, we have Spark. Okay, we have Spark and we have Test. These are all the processing framework. MapReduce, Spark, and Test. So now that's the question ready for me. Okay, tomorrow evening you can express this question. Okay. So choose which is not a processing framework. Hadoop, MapReduce, Spark, and Test. Have to select like this question. Okay. So after this, if you don't like all this, you don't like MapReduce, you don't like Spark, you don't like Test, you have something called Yarn. Okay, Yarn. Yarn means after a good food, yarning. Yarn. Yes, yarning. So what is this yarn? Yarn. Any idea of this yarn? I'll tell you why to Google search. Yet another resource negotiator. Okay. Yet another resource negotiator. So this is all the resource, and you are negotiating the resource. So yet another resource negotiator. Yarn terms for. Okay. With yarn, you can create your own processing framework. With yarn, you can create your own processing framework, and that is why we are calling it as yarn for yarn. All right. So this is a processing framework, and this is processing the data here. And if you want to update it, if you want to automate this process, okay, if you want to automate this process, we can do a scripting on top of it. Okay, scripting, Python scripting, Java scripting, the same scripting, Bash, Shell, okay, the same scripting, we can do an automate on top of it. Okay, automation. So for this, there are different types of data, and you cannot have a single scripting here. Right? You doesn't need to know a language, scripting language here. Yet for this, you can use fixed scripting. Fixed scripting. Okay, fixed scripting. Okay, so what is this fixed scripting? So this is a human readable syntax. Okay, so you can type in English and that will follow this. Okay, fixed scripting. So now all the data, it has been coming inside the AWS architecture, inside the what do you call it, inside our machine using this data engine. Okay. So after the data has been arrived, the data has been divided into smaller chunks, and this smaller chunks data has been converted into a transformed to bigger data. Okay, so all this been done by processing framework, which is called MapReduce, Spark, and Test. Okay, if you don't like this, you can go for Yarn. So if you want to automate it, you can use a pig scripting. The pig is also belongs to the Apache, Apache Kafka, Apache pig. Okay. So after this, the big data is there. I mean, the huge data is there. And on this huge data, if you want to make a query, okay, if you want to make a query, you can use this Hive. Okay, you can use this Hive. Sorry, Hive is here. Sorry, Hive is here. Okay, you can make a query. Okay, if you want to make a SQL query, you can use Hive. If you want to make a NoSQL query, again Apache came in, Apache HBase. Okay, Apache HBase. So if you want to search any data here, if you want to search any data here, you have to use Lucene or Solar. Search, if you want to search any data here, you have to use Lucene or Solar. Okay. So if you want to edit this big data, you need another tool that is called Mesos. Okay, that is called Mesos. Mesos, MES, Mesos. Okay, so here in this query engine, this one, can you see this? Can you see this? This is called Presto. Okay? Presto, Presto, Presto. Okay, so here, so in 2015, okay, sorry, you can take this. In 2015, Google is announcing we are using some technology for such a long time, and we are boring with this. Okay, so we need a competitor in this field, and we are open sourcing it. Okay, like that they said, with an open source, many companies came using this. Okay, so it has been 8 years from 2015 until it is a hot top. Okay, it is a hot top. So that is nothing but Hadoop and Kubernetes. So one of the services Hadoop. Okay, so this is being done by Google itself. Okay, the entire HDFS. Okay, the MapReduce, the Hive, this Hive, everything is being from Google. Okay, this is Google's products. Google open sourced it, and now we are using it. Okay, there are no charges for this. There's HTTP server, right? We are installing anything HTTP server, index.html. So that is an Apache server. Apache Kafka, Apache server, Apache Pig, Apache HBase. Okay, these are the companies from Apache. Okay, so then we have Phoenix. Okay, then we have Phoenix. This is Presto. Okay, on top of it, we have this one also, right? So this is Phoenix. So I don't know which company Phoenix belongs to, but you have to search this Presto. You have to search this Presto. So Presto is being used by us for some long time, maybe 4 or 5 hours, sorry, 4 or 5 years. Okay, so Presto belongs to which company? You have to search on Google. Okay, Presto belongs to which company? Have you taken notes of this? Have you taken notes of this? Okay, Presto belongs to which company? There is a company called Vanguard. Okay, Vanguard, VANGUARD. Okay, so Vanguard, what they do is they have share in Apple, they have share in Azure, they have share in Amazon, they have share in Google. Not like 2%, 3%, some 40, 30% they will have share. Okay, in all big tech companies, they will have share. Vanguard. Okay, so if you believe seven families they are ruling the world, like that statement, if you are believing, one of the family is grandpa. The real life Tony Stark. Okay. So Presto belongs to which company? Facebook. Okay, Presto belongs to Meta. So with Presto only you are searching your friends into a larger database. Okay, you are searching your friends using Presto. Instagram also uses Presto. LinkedIn also uses Presto. Okay. Okay, by the way, LinkedIn is using a database. Do you ever know what database it is? LinkedIn is using a database, a special database for them. Okay, so LinkedIn is using which database? LinkedIn Espresso. LinkedIn is using which database? Yesterday someone answered it. Do you have this database in Amazon? Like that, someone asked me. Which database? Cassandra. This graph database it is being used by LinkedIn. Okay, so I believe Espresso is also a graph database, but I don't know what. Okay.
Attendance చెప్పండి IT 1280 ADS 20 ADS 22 ADS 23 ADS 32 ADS 75 ADS C5 D1
Guys, listen here and answer a reference. Perhaps I'm not elaborate. Okay.
ADS D2 D4 H1 AML 114 119 120 125 137 141 147 148 151 yes 5704 5709 CSG 6201 CSG 6201 CSG 6215 BCA 412 416 423 430 443 444 450 454 467 457 462 465 466 473 474, 496, 4A5, 4C4, 4C6, 4D9, 4E0, 4F5, 4H1, 4H8, 4K5, 4K6, 4M1, 4M7, 4M8, 4N1. ఇది కూడా మార్నింగ్ చూడ 460. 4M6, 4P4, 4Q9, lateral 413, 421, triple 237, 2D4, 2E2, 2E6, 80, 21, 31, 36, 49, 56. C0, F9, one to one to Gamma rate. One to 09, 1 to 15.
Okay, so all these third-party tools, they are getting replaced by Amazon's own tool. Okay. All these third-party tools is being replacing by Amazon's own tool. So here, the data ingestion, right? The data ingestion is being taken care by Amazon Kinesis. Okay, Amazon Kinesis. We have seen Kafka, right? Kafka. So here, Amazon is giving managed Kafka for you. Okay, the both Kinesis and Kafka, they will take care for the data ingestion. Yes. So the HDFS is being replaced by our own S3. Okay, HDFS is being replaced by our own S3. So the MapReduce, okay, MapReduce is being replaced by MapReduce, Amazon Elastic MapReduce, EMR. Okay, Amazon Elastic MapReduce, EMR. Okay, so then we are having a glue. Glue stands for whenever you are putting an IoT devices. Okay, this glue will come in. Okay, the data for IoT devices will be taken care of by the glue, not by the EMR. So the same process is by Athena also. Okay, then we have Redshift Spectrum. Then for this Presto, basically Presto, instead of Presto only we have this Athena. Okay, for Lucene, if you want to search on this data, if you want to use, you are using Lucene, right? So here you can use Elasticsearch, Amazon Elasticsearch service. For each and everything, they will add Elastic. Okay, Amazon Elasticsearch service. Right. So there for data visualization, we can use Excel or we can use what is it? Power BI from Microsoft. Okay, in Amazon we can use QuickSight. Okay, Amazon you can use QuickSight. Amazon quick site. Okay, all right. So the IAM, Cognito, Single Sign-On, KMS, Secret Manager. I believe you guys remember these words, right? Okay. So now you guys can tell me who want to do project and analytics. Either using third party or Amazon. Who wants to do project and analytics? First, you need a huge data. Okay, then you need to understand all these services. Okay, so if anyone is ready for analytics, especially the AWS people can come. Okay.
She's interested.
Yesterday, when I asked you the topics, you guys, at least if I believed you would want S3 only. After giving your name, you both enjoy, no? Ah. Correct.
Okay, so he is Stephen Marek. Okay, he is Stephen Marek. He has everything, all the certificates with the AWS. He is one of the guy. Okay. Okay. So who wants to have a practical session for database, especially RDS? RDS, I'm telling it now itself, you will get a bill. Okay. Even though if you want to have a practical session, you can have. I don't want this account, I'll grow this, it will come. Like that, people can have a practical session in database. Anyone is like that? Anyone is like that? If you are like that, now give me an IAM account, I will show you how the database works. Okay? Or I will update the lab manual here, you can practice it yourself. Okay. Yes. Okay. Got it? Okay. All the things, this should the normal data text, right? This text should be on 14. Okay, so everything is Times New Roman only. Okay, you can change the color, but the color should not go beyond blue, green, and red. Okay, blue, green, and red. Orange, purple, and all is not allowed. Okay. Okay, so if you are giving an image here, okay, if you are giving an image here, there should be a figure number here. Okay, there should be figure number which should describe that image. Okay. So how to tell that? Okay, if this is an image, then you have to give here image describing security group. Okay. So how many images are there? That should be images should be listed here. You have to give name for that images. Okay. Or you can just say illustration of selecting the database types, like that you can see. Okay, but the image should have a name, and what this page number that should be there here. Okay, this page number should be coming in the top. Okay, in table of content, you should tell this. Okay, where is RDS? RDS page number should come. Then what are the diagrams present there? That diagrams page number should come. Okay, in the top. Clear? So the document should be a Pakka document. Okay. I don't want to take this printout and waste your money, but do this in a good manner.